Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Rae. So news coming out of Ghana that is quite sad is that former Ghanaian president known as Rawlings passed on. He was 73 years old and he was hospitalized for about a week in a hospital called Tubebuddy in Accra, Ghana, and he unfortunately passed away. He ruled Ghana from 1981 up to 2001. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about his story and his life and what kind of man he was. He led two coups, a first one in 1979 before twice being elected president in multi-party polls. He was a charismatic figure. He seized power railing against corruption and was responsible for executing several heads of state for their alleged graft and mismanagement. He was also seen as a champion of the poor, but also came to be criticized for alleged human rights abuses. He died in hospital in the capital, Accra, Ghana, after a short illness. A week of national mourning has been announced in Ghana for the country's longest-serving leader. He served the country for 20 years, which is quite a long time, who oversaw the transition to multi-party elections in what is now one of Africa's most stable democracies. John Mahama, a presidential candidate of the National Democratic Congress, which was founded by Rawlings, announced that he is suspending campaigning for next month's presidential elections. So when it comes to a bit of the personal life, Rawlings was a son of a Scottish farmer and a Ghanaian mother. Rawlings entered the Ghana Air Force, graduating in 1969. A decade later, as a senior officer in the Air Force, he overthrew a military government, handing over power to a civilian leader. He oversaw the execution of several former heads of state and army generals for corruption, but expressed some regret about these killings later. The execution by firing squad of the Supreme Court judges also felt a stain on his legacy. Quote, "I'm still aware that we in Ghana do not like bloodshed," he said one time. "I personally do not like it. I would rather, let's say, confiscate a man's property, bring him down to the level to which he has brought us, just to give him a taste of what life has been, what he has done to us." In 1981, he led a second coup and was head of a military junta until introducing multi-party elections in 1992 when he was first elected president. He began his time in power as a committed socialist, but later introduced free market reforms. He ushered in a long period of political stability after a tumultuous series of coups in the 1960s and 1970s. In later years, Rawlings campaigned for African nations to have their international debts written off. Ghana's president, Nana Akufo-Addo, who is from a rival political party, announced 7 days of national mourning. Quote, "A great tree has fallen and Ghana is poorer for this loss," he said in a statement. The African Union Commissioner Chairman Musefaki Mahamat said, quote, "Africa has lost a stalwart of Pan-Africanism and charismatic continental statesman." Liberian President George Weah said, quote, "Ghana, Liberia and Africa will miss a great leader. Liberia remembers his immense contribution to the attainment and sustainment of peace during dark days in our own history." Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari said, quote, "The entire African continent will sorely miss the sterling qualities of the great leader, the passion, discipline, and moral strength that the former Ghanaian leader employed to reposition his country over many years continue to reverberate across the continent and beyond." Rawlings got involved in the national politics as Ghana was in the throes of food shortages and a dire economy that had led to rampant inflation. People remember him for leading by example. Political opponents also accused his administration of being intolerant to dissent, while human rights campaigners were outraged at the arrest and imprisonment of opposition leaders under his rule. So Rawlings passed on 12th November 2020, and other reports mention that he actually died due to complications of COVID-19, and also his death comes a few weeks after his own mother had actually died. His mother passed away on 24th of September, so that is barely 2 months after, and he's also gone. So it's quite a huge loss for the African continent. We've lost a great leader, and especially for the people of Ghana as well. But we definitely wish him a good rest. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Check out my YouTube channel at Rae Kembabazi, my Twitter and Instagram also at Rae Kembabazi, and see you on the next story. Bye.